everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I am Sana and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 3rd of September 2022. Let's start. Which Indian state or the Union Territory has inaugurated the Rajiv Gandhi Rural Olympic Games? So Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot has recently inaugurated a month-long Rajiv Gandhi Rural Olympic Games in Jodhpur. Okay? And the Village Olympics is expected to see the participation of 44,000 villages across Rajasthan and 30 lakh people. And out of the 30 lakh participants, 9 lakh are women. Okay? And the games include volleyball, hockey, tennis ball, cricket and kho-kho. Fine. So recently, Rajasthan has inaugurated the Rajiv Gandhi Rural Olympic Games. Next is, which city hosted the United Nations session to save biodiversity? So the United Nations session to save biodiversity was held at the United Nations headquarters in New York. However, the United Nations member states ended the 2 weeks of negotiations without a treaty to protect the biodiversity in the high seas. And it is a kind of agreement that would have addressed the growing environmental and economic challenges. Fine. So United Nations session to save biodiversity was hosted by the city New York. Fine. Which state or the Union Territory got its second railway station after a gap of 100 years? So Nagaland got its second railway station after a gap of 100 years recently, and the Donia Polo Express from Shokhuvi railway station was flagged off by the state's chief minister. And the train will run between Guwahati in the state of Assam and Naharlagun in the state of Arunachal Pradesh on a daily basis. And the first railway station was set up at Dimapur railway station in the year 1903. Okay. So recently Nagaland has got its second railway station after a gap of 100 years. Which neighboring country of India has experienced a monster monsoon which has killed over 1,000 people? So Pakistan is facing one of the worst floods in its recent history, and as per the recent report, about 110 out of 150 districts in the country are affected by the flooding. And Pakistan's National Disaster Management Authority said that over 1,000 people were confirmed dead in the floods so far. Okay, and Europe, China and some other regions of the world are experiencing a severe drought currently, right? So Pakistan is experiencing a worst flood in the recent times. Which state launched a dedicated Aerospace and the Defense Policy 2022 to 27? So the Karnataka government has announced that its Aerospace and the Defense Policy 2022 to 27 has come into effect from 26th of August. And this policy was cleared by the government on 12th of August. So it is aimed at attracting more investment and establishing the Karnataka as the desired investment destination for the aerospace and defense manufacturing. Okay. So recently Karnataka has launched this dedicated aerospace and defense policy. Can you tell me which state has recently launched its footwear and leather policy? Do let me know in the comments. Next is, which state launched the Chief Minister Udyam Khiladi Unnayan Yojana? So the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand state, who's that? Mr. Pushkar Singh Dhami, recently launched the Chief Minister Udyam Khiladi Unnayan Yojana scheme on the occasion of National Sports Day. And when do we observe the National Sports Day? On 29th of August, to pay tribute to Major Dhyan Chand. Okay. And under the scheme, 1950 boys and 1950 girls will be given the sports scholarship, and Chief Minister Sports Development Fund will be established to give the financial benefits, while Malchung game will also be included in the game policy. Fine. So this is the Yojana from the state Uttarakhand. Which Indian air carrier has joined a sustainable initiative spearheaded by the World Economic Forum? So India's air carrier Indigo has joined a sustainable initiative that is spearheaded by the World Economic Forum. And this airline has become a signatory to the Clear Skies for Tomorrow India Coalition campaign. And the Clean Skies for Tomorrow was launched in the year 2019, and it provides a mechanism for top executives and the public leaders for transition to sustainable aviation fuel, that is SAF. Okay. So this is the air carrier Indigo that has joined a sustainable initiative that is spearheaded by the World Economic Forum. You have to tell me, where does the headquarters of WEF lie? NABARD has approved an allocation of 230 crore rupees for the rural infrastructure projects in which state? What is the full form of NABARD? Many times we have talked about it. National Bank for Agriculture and the Rural Development. So recently it has approved an allocation of 230 crore rupees for the rural infrastructure project in the state of Mizoram. And the Rural Infrastructure Development Fund was launched in the year 1995 to 96, and NABARD has sanctioned aggregate loans that amounts to 1744.51 crore rupees for the critical rural infrastructure like rural roads, bridges, drinking water and health infrastructure. Okay. Dugar Hydroelectric Project, which was seen in the news recently, is located in which state or the Union Territory? So state-owned hydropower major NHPC has signed an agreement with the Himachal Pradesh government for the implementation of this 500 megawatt Dugar Hydroelectric Project. And earlier, a memorandum of understanding was signed between NHPC and the government of Himachal Pradesh for 449 megawatts Dugar Hydroelectric Power Project. And this is expected to generate nearly 1759.85 million units in a year. Okay, so this project is of Himachal Pradesh. When is the National Small Industry Day is observed? Here it should be, when is the National Small Industry Day observed? So every year this day is observed on 30th of August in India, and the Ministry of Small Scale Industries declared this day as the National Small Industry Day in the year 2001. And this day is celebrated to encourage the development of small scale businesses for the economic development of the country. And this was an initiative by the Government of India which made for the growth of small scale industries, which was made for the growth of small scale industries in the country. Okay. Now also do remember that International Day of the Victims of Enforced Disappearances was observed every year on 30th of August. And the Declaration on the Protection of All Persons from Enforced Disappearance, proclaimed by the General Assembly in its 1992 resolution as a body of principles for all the states. And in the year 2010, United Nations decided to declare 30th of August as the International Day of the Victims of Enforced Disappearances. Fine. Which city has been declared as the best aspirational district by Niti Aayog? Extremely important question. So Niti Aayog has recently declared the city of Haridwar in Uttarakhand as the best aspirational district on 5 parameters. And under Niti Aayog's aspirational district program, the district has secured the first rank in the basic infrastructure theme, and also it has become entitled to receive additional allocation of 3 crore rupees. So Haridwar district has been allocated to Union Commerce and Industries Minister. Who's that? Piyush Goyal. Fine. Next is, which country has broken its own record for the world's lowest fertility rate? So South Korea has broken its own record for the world's lowest fertility rate according to the official figures that have been released. And to maintain a stable population, countries need a fertility rate of 2.1, and the country struggles to reverse its year-long trend of declining birth rate because the country's fertility rate sunk to 0.81 in 2021 and it is 0.03% lower than the previous year. Fine. So South Korea has the world's lowest fertility rate. Fine. So these were the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now we'll move on to our revision section. Which 3 categories we are covering today? First of all, we'll see important things that have been launched. After it, we'll see important schemes. And at last, we'll cover the banking related current affairs. Okay. Let's start. Which institution launched the Pharma Sahi Dam 2.0 application? So Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia addressed the Silver Jubilee celebrations of the National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority. And there he launched the Integrated Pharmaceutical Database Management System 2.0 and Pharma Sahi Dam 2.0 application. Okay. So here correct answer would be National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority. Which of the following initiatives has been launched to provide a level playing field for the private companies to use the Indian space infrastructure? So InSpace has been launched to provide a level playing field for the private companies to use the Indian space infrastructure, and it acts as a single point interface between ISRO and everyone who wants to participate in the space related activities of India's space resources. Fine. So what is the full form of InSpace? Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center. India's first shared radio access network, that is RAN solution, is set to be launched in which city? So it is set to be launched in Mumbai city at Mumbai Central Railway Station. Which Indian state or the union territory launched the Parivar Kalyan Card scheme? Answer would be Uttar Pradesh. This is a kind of ID plan and it will provide unique 12-digit ID number for each family. Which country launched the world's first fleet of hydrogen-powered passenger trains? This is the country Germany. Which state has launched its footwear and the leather product policy 2022? Answer would be Tamil Nadu. And Tamil Nadu basically accounts for 48% of all the exports from the country in the footwear sector, and also it accounts for 26% of national leather manufacturing. Okay, and also it has laid the foundation stone for footwear manufacturing park worth 400 crore rupees. Which institution has developed the vertical launch short range surface to air missile? Answer would be DRDO. Okay, let's see important schemes that were in news. Which Indian state or the union territory launched the Mahila Nidhi, a loan scheme for social and economic development of women through loans? So this is the scheme from the state Rajasthan, and under this scheme the women would get the financial aid to expand their business or to start their new business. What is the name of the new unified card to be used for availing the benefits of health insurance schemes that are run by the center and the state? So the name of this unified card is Ayushman card. Okay. NHAI means National Highways Authority of India. IWAI means Inland Waterways Authority of India. RVNL means Rail Vikas Nigam Limited. Signed a Memorandum of Understanding for the development of modern multimodal logistics park under which scheme? So multimodal logistic park would be set up by them under Bharatmala Pariyojana scheme. Which state or the union territory recently launched the Chief Minister's Microfinance scheme? So it has been launched in the state of Nagaland. The cabinet approved additional amount of 50,000 crore rupees in ECLGS scheme, and it is earmarked for which sector? So earlier this value was 4.5 lakh crore rupees and now this value is 5 lakh crore rupees. Okay, so this 50,000 crore rupees has been earmarked for the hospitality sector. Which state or the union territory launched the Bathukamma Sadi scheme? This is the scheme from the state of Telangana. Village Defence Guard scheme is implemented in which state or the union territory? Everyone knows it. This scheme belongs to the union territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Let's see some of the important banking related current affairs. Which bank has the highest market share of debit cards? See, if we talk about the debit cards, then the highest market share belongs to State Bank of India. Second is Bank of Baroda. Third is Bank of India. And fourth is Canara Bank. While if we talk about the credit card segment, then first position was occupied by HDFC Bank. Second is State Bank of India. And third is ICICI Bank. The Reserve Bank of India withdrew the restrictions on which credit card service after compliance with the data storage norm. So recently RBI has withdrawn the restrictions that were imposed on American Express. Okay. Which state accounted for the highest share in the total cost of the project sanctioned by the banks and the financial institutions in 2021 to 22? Answer would be Rajasthan. Rajasthan accounts for the highest share in the total cost of project that are sanctioned by the banks and other financial institution. And the second position is occupied by Uttar Pradesh, third is Gujarat, fourth is Maharashtra, and fifth is Tamil Nadu. These 5 states alone account for 50% of the share. Which bank launched its first dedicated branch for the startups in the country in the city of Bangalore? This is State Bank of India. Which state or the union territory launched the skill development training program in banking, financial services and insurance sector? Answer would be Jammu and Kashmir. Which is the venue of the National Conference of Rural Cooperative Bank? So the venue of this event was New Delhi. Which Indian bank has partnered with TREDS platform named as M1 Exchange? So HDFC Bank has partnered with M1 Exchange recently. Fine. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Hatsana signing off.